Hi guys, it's Janice from Welcome to Shabalot. I have not gone live on this page in a very long time. I've been a lot of stuff going on, and today I am jonesing to create and jonesing to use the IOD Mermaid mold because summer is coming. And it's time to get all our summer decor, all of our new crafting, summer crafting done. I do have some mermaid molds at my online, www.shabalot.com. And I've got a ton of the seashell molds. But that's not why I want to use them. I just happen to have them online. But I am been wanting to ask Vicky. I've been saying I need to put mermaids on things. So I was at Dollar Tree store. It's right on my way to work. It's like 5 minutes away from me. And so I stopped in really quick this morning, and they had these things. They're very, it's kind of skinny, but they have the star. They have the star in them and a little piece of something to hold it. Of course, they were $1.25 because now Dollar Tree is now a $1.25 tree. So I did get two of them. This one is painted blue and it has the starfish. But what I was thinking I should have done was gotten two of the same. Hi, Monica. How are you? Is two of the same so that I could make them a little bit thicker. Because I want to sell these things in my store. And for me, the quality, of course, is very important, and these are two. I don't like how thin they are, so I'm gonna go get more of these and double them up so that they'll be a little thicker. But I'll be painting them, and who knows, maybe the paint will make them feel a little bit more sturdy. I also got, they had this, so it's a nautical, kind of a nautical looking rope. So I'm going to use this. I don't know if I'm going to hang them by the nautical rope or if I wrap some nautical rope at the bottom. I kind of like that idea, but we'll have to see how it all goes. And what else did I get? I got, oh, they had these. They had these sand dollars in a little bag, 3 of them, for $1.25, and these are really good quality. I mean, really good quality. They're big, they're thick. You can see how thick they are. Look at that. They look like cookies. These are really good quality. And they had, of course, and then they also had the starfish. So I'm going to be using the mermaid mold on this plaque with all that stuff I got at Dollar Tree, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to use the one, this one's a star, so that's really not mermaidy. I don't know why I got that one. But I could probably do some 4th of July-ish with that one, with the star. I'm going to use this one with the starfish. So, the first thing I'm going to do is paint it, and I'm going to start off with Apothecary, and I'm just going to pour it on, guys. I'm just pouring the paint on. Let's see if I can get a good view. How's that? All right, I'm just pouring the paint on. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll pour the paint on, and then I'm using, I'll be using clay, not resin today. So I'm going to do Apothecary. I'm going to do a blend. This is actually not a bad color for what I'm doing, but it wouldn't be art if I wasn't painting it. So I feel like everything I have in my store, I have to at least put a little paint on it. So I have Apothecary, I have Mermaid Tail, and I have Mermaid Tail, And what's this one? Oh, an 057. So I'm going to do a blend. I'm going to do a real easy blend. I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to put a bunch of paint on here. Add texture and do some blending. And do the sides. Let me think what brush this is. This is a Paint Pixie brush. Okay, I'm most likely not going to use this wire, so I don't care if I paint over it. I should have just taken it off, but I'm just want to lay this apothecary down so that I can start blending in some other colors. And then we'll make our mermaid. Do you guys go to Dollar Tree? Did your Dollar Tree go up to $1.25? My first trip to Dollar Tree was when I first started this business, and it was around Christmas time. And so I had to go to Dollar Tree and get a ton of stuff for Christmas, ornaments and, you know, decorations and all of that. And it was my first time, believe it or not, because when I worked my corporate job, I never really did anything. And then, of course, when you're in this business, Dollar Tree is like one of the most, you know, it's right up there with Hobby Lobby. So the first time I went, it was $89. My bill was $89. And my friend said to me, Janice, that means you bought 89 items. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. But now how much would that be? It wouldn't be $89. So when you have a really big thing like that, what's another quarter? So 25 cents times 89. So 25 cents, I don't know. It just would have added a lot more. Like $4 maybe, something like that. All right. I am going to take, this is the mop top. I do have the mop top on my website, Paint Pixie. I love this brush because you know what? This brush is really, really soft. This is a really soft brush. I've already used it today with vintage linen on another piece, but I'm just sticking it in my mermaid tail, you guys. Is this mermaid tail? Yeah. I'm just sticking it in there. And I'm going to just start doing some blending. Just to give this wall hanging. This is going to be a wall hanging. So either for outdoors, on your porch, on your door, in your house, good bathroom decoration. So I'm just blending in some of the, oh, isn't that a great color? I probably should have started with the mermaid tail now that I think about it. So we're just kind of, I'm just blending this in. I haven't really painted in a long time, like for just the fun aspect of painting. Hey, Melinda. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? I want to go live on my other page soon. I want to show you my mirror that I have so far. I worked on it on the IOD page this morning, so we're getting there. I hope yours is getting there. So I haven't really been painting for fun, and I don't know how you guys are, but if it takes me a long time, oh, you're at work, so am I. I just needed to paint. I just needed to just do this. I just needed to get some creative relief today. So I'm not doing anything the way it's supposed to be done because I don't want any rules today. I just want to put paint on things. So I am just, so I've got This is Mermaid Tail over Apothecary. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing whatever feels right. I'm kind of liking this little vibe right here. And I'm going to dig into my 057 in a minute and add that color. That look nice? Better, right? So now let's dig into now we're going to dig into 057. I think this is this is sea glass, not 057, sea glass. So I'm just going to use the same brush and I'm going to dig into the sea glass. So already it's looking better, right? And I'm just going to add, it's very close to Mermaid Tail. Very close, but it's going to be a mermaid on here. Let's do some dots. Let's do some dots. Very nice beach feel. Good. Now, the reason why I'm doing this thing is because I love texture. I don't like things neat. And it's just the creative process is so much more fun when you just do whatever you feel like doing without thinking about it. And it kind of looks like water. Does it look like water? And what's going to happen when this dries, I will have all this nice texture. And so if I wax it, there'll be, look, is that like a little, that looks beachy, right? I'm being really weird, you guys, because I really needed to paint. I really needed to paint. So I'm just doing whatever feels right. Okay, so a little weird. I'm just trying to make it look a little bit like the ocean. All right, I'm gonna let that dry, just like this. And maybe I can, now the mermaid, I'm just gonna put this aside. I'm gonna let that dry. Now, the mermaid goes up and down. Like she can go across or she can go up and down. And so I'm on this piece, because it's long, I'm gonna put her in that direction. So the first thing you do when you use IOD molds is you put cornstarch in the mold so that it helps release the clay from the mold. So I'm going to I'm not going to do a double-sided mermaid. I'm just going to do a single one. But this mold has the mermaid so that you could put them back to back and make a double-sided mermaid. But for this particular project, I don't need to do that. And I'm using my IOD clay. It does have a little bit of a beach feel, huh? So I'm using my air dry clay. This clay is not right out of the package, so it has had a little air gotten to it, so it's not as creamy smooth as it usually is when you take it right out of the package. I also have the seashell mold, but let's just make this. Can you see? Let me bring this. Let's just make this mermaid mold. And I'm going to stick her right on that thing. As soon as I get her out of this mold, I'm going to put her right on there. And then I'm just going to go paint some more. I just want to paint. And then of course I'll have to wax it and all of that. So I'm just warming it up a little bit in my hands because like I said, it's been opened. You need to store your clay once it's opened in an airtight plastic bag. But I didn't put this in the right one because this isn't the kind that seals good. So I don't know, a little bit of air must have gotten into it, but it's still usable. I was looking for that Mermaid. So we're just gonna spread this in here. It's been a long time since I've gone live on this page, you guys. I haven't been doing my Wednesday night live with Shabs. We've had a very crazy month, so hopefully things are settling down. So hopefully I'll be able to resume with my Wednesday night live with Shabs. If anybody wants to come live with me and paint with me, please let me know and we can get you on the schedule. I hope to start back up next Wednesday. All right, so you just kind of work. Oh, her hair is all over here. Wait a minute, I missed her arm and her hair. I gotta put my glasses on, guys. I can't see. I just work it in with my fingers. Okay, and then so there she is with the clay. Isn't that silhouette? It's a beautiful silhouette. Now I'm just what you need to do when you work with these molds is you want this side to be as even as possible so that it lays flat on whatever it is you're putting it on. So I just do that by pushing off the top part of this clay. Some people use credit cards, like you could use the brayer that you get with your transfers, but I just use my thumb, and I just work at it, and I try to get it smooth by just pressing it. And all right, so these molds do have ridges. So it helps you if you put your finger above your finger stays on the ridges, so it helps to even out the clay. So I'm just pushing off the excess with my thumb. Okay, almost done. All right. There. So now you can see the silhouette a lot more. And she's already trying to release from this mold, so I shouldn't have any problems releasing her. But normally the way you release these from their molds is you want to roll them out like this. And I'm going to help a little with my finger here. And roll her out. She's cracked a little bit. Yeah, you roll her out. And like I said, she came out in one piece. She's cracked a little. So I'm just going to try to rub that little crack, fix it with my finger, just kind of combine that clay. I don't mind the cracks. I actually prefer things to not look real because I'm not a realistic artist. so I don't want to even try to pretend to be one. So I just, you know, I prefer the shabby chic look. So I'm going back, so I'm getting this is my Dollar Tree, $1.25 tree little board that I painted with 3 of the IOD colors. And I'm going to stick her right there. I did not do that on purpose, but I'm going to stick her right there. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first? I've got my heat gun right here, so I'm going to try and dry this a little bit. Hey, Valerie. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. How are you? How's your beautiful jewelry box art going? Valerie Butler is a local artist. I'm in Rhode Island. She's in Rhode Island too. And Valerie upcycles jewelry boxes. But oh my God, she doesn't just upcycle them. She turns them into amazing works of art. And, whoops, it's hot. Amazing works of art. So follow Valerie Butler if you can, so you can see her work. She's on Instagram. Valerie, put the link to your, if you want to. I would love for everybody to see your work. It's so, I should just post some here. Oh, good, Valerie. Valerie, what town are you in? My store is in Pawtucket. Well, I'm just drying this, and I want to keep that texture. See the texture? Wowick. Oh, good. Because I have news, but I can't say it right now. You're so kind. Thank you. You're welcome. Well deserved. You deserve it. I mean, they're amazing. Your work is amazing. I will share, if you don't mind, or you could post some of your work on this page so people can see. They're great gifts. She has an Etsy shop too. Mother's Day is coming up. Great gift for a Mother's Day gift. All right. So I love the texture. Now I want to show you something. Do you see that? I'm going to go as close as I can. Do you see the bubbles? That's because the heat gun made the paint bubble. But guess what? There's bubbles in the ocean. So that works. That works for me. All right. I am using my Dollar Tree wood glue. So this mermaid is still wet, all right? So I have to be... Normally I wait for my molds to dry before I work with them. Like these are some molds I was working with this morning, and they're nice and hard. The mermaid mold, I do too. Oh yeah, you've used that on some of your jewelry boxes, right? She's still wet, so woo! I have to be very careful. Oh my God, her arm's falling off. All right, she's got missing an arm, but I can put that back on. So she's gonna go something like that. She can go on there. I can glue her arm back on. And so what I'm going to do, I call this surgery. All right. I'm going to flip her over on my hand. This is why it's easier to wait. Plus this clay wasn't, like I said, it was a little dry. So it's really not the best one that I could have showed you, but I'm okay with it because we're gonna hit it. If I can get this glue to come out, I just used this glue. We're gonna hit it with a bunch of waxes. How can I get this glue to come out? Let's see. Okay, all better. I'm just gonna put a ton of glue on her. I'm gonna wipe it all over with my finger. I'm not pressing down because I don't want to lose the impression on the front side of her. So I'm just gently putting the glue all around. Okay. Now I use this mold a lot. This is a great mold. Now I'm gonna flip her over. And I just placed her. I mean, I didn't really think about it. I'm gonna press her down. So she's like no gaps between her and the wood. I just kind of press her down a little bit. Again, this is a Dollar Tree board I just picked up this morning. And I'm going to make this beachy wall hanging. Now, I have to do, so you can see the cracks. Can you see the cracks? I don't mind the cracks, but I'm going to try to, but I do need to glue on the rest of her arm. That I mind. So the rest of her arm, rest of her arm goes here. I'm just going to put a little glue. There, and put it on the rest of her arm. And put her arm back where it belongs. There. Oh, that doesn't look right, does it? Hold on. Boy, that glue stuck. That arm looks really long. Does that arm look really like abnormally long? I don't know why. Maybe because, let me, what do you think? Does that arm look abnormally long? I don't know. I feel like I need to cut some off. It looks too long to me, and it shouldn't be because, well, maybe this is, I'm going to cut some off. All right, now I'm going to put that back on. So you can shape the clay. If this had come right out of the molds without falling, it would have been fine, but I am not liking this. I don't know what I did wrong. So I'm just going to shape it until I'm happy. Vicki, I need a second eye. Does this look funny? Does her arm look abnormally long? Or is it just me looking at it too much?
No, yeah. Let's look at the other one. It is long.
Okay. I think I'm just looking at it too much. All right. Well, we're going to paint her anyway, and we're going to make her look perfect. Does it look okay? Thank you, Vicki. I don't know. Maybe, see? It's best not to think. I'm just going to put some water on my fingers with my continuous mist spray bottle. And I'm going to go over some of that clay so that can smooth some of the cracks. See how it's just kind of smoothing some of that crack, the cracks in there. The other cracks I don't mind. I'm going to leave them. Okay, so this is it so far. That arm is bugging me, but that's just me. I'm going to take this paintbrush And I'm going to paint her. I'm going to paint her mermaid tail. I'm going to paint her apothecary. But I have paint on this brush already. I'm using the same brush. Now, I gotta be gentle with her because this clay is still soft. It's still impressionable. So I'm gonna go very gently. This is that mop top brush that is my new favorite. Because it is so soft. Go this way, it kind of, well, you have to go both ways. Is pressing it down so that the clay meets the wood. I do love this mold. I really do. Cannot get sick of this mold. And I have a lot of them. And I do classes with them. So I like, everyone like to have their own mold to work with. All right, I'm going to get a smaller brush, or use my finger. I'm going to use my finger to paint the bodice here. Because you couldn't really use that big brush for her bodice. So I could have done the whole thing with my finger. And then when you get the paint on, you can really start to see the detail come out. Isn't that pretty? Hey, Jeanette, how are you? Why do I have an angry face? Somebody just sent me an angry face. That's okay. So I'm just using my finger for these smaller spaces. And then I'm going to get the brush. And then I'm going to wipe it. Okay. I am going to, I forgot to get the colors for the skin and the hair. So usually for the skin, I will use Sandy Blonde. So let me go get that. And then I think for her hair, no, it's super beautiful. Thank you. No, I don't know if you did it. I couldn't see who did the angry face, Jeanette. So I'm not saying you did it. I don't know who did it. It doesn't matter. It was probably an accident. So yeah, Jeanette and I have been trying to get together on a Wednesday night to finish our, we were painting a dancing lady, and we haven't been able to. She's had a lot going on, and I've had a lot going on. So that's okay, honey. I know. We've had a lot going on, so we haven't been able to connect. So we are hoping maybe next week, Jeanette and I can paint together. That would be great. Otherwise, we can find somebody else. But let me go get the paint for her skin and her hair. And I will be right back. Oh, sandy blonde, and I don't know, what color hair should we do? Blonde is always good, like liquid sunshine maybe? Vicky's here. Vicky will not come on screen, so but she's going to get the paint. Hi Jess, that's pretty. I think I sent the angry face by mistake. Hi Linda, that's okay. I usually wouldn't mention it, but I just thought it was funny. And I don't usually see it when it's flying by. I'm like, ooh, somebody doesn't like my mermaid. I broke my mermaid's arm. Or any color, Vicky. Don't, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I know we had one. I don't see it over here.
Or my metallic gold, not big top, not the metallic at the bottom.
You have a green and a rust.
Oh, my gold is at home. I'll be right back, guys. I'm sitting here peeling paint off my fingers.
Can I give you that color?
Okay, yeah. Thank you. So I got this metallic Rust-Oleum. I love metallics and I love Rust-Oleum's metallics. And I get them online on Amazon. And you get this big bucket of paint. So it's going to last forever. And they're pretty inexpensive. So I need a little brush. Okay. So we're going to look at that. The color of this one is, what's it called? Warm copper. So we're going to do her hair warm copper, which I think is a
Do you
good
want to
color.
mix that with white for skin?
Sure. Thank you. All right, so we also have petticoat pink, and we're going to mix this up and make a skin color out of that. But if you have sandy blonde is a good color. And then a lot of times I will put some gold over the sandy blonde. I don't have any of my mermaids around. So let's do the hair. So I got a smaller brush, and I'm gonna paint her hair with this metallic. If I get any paint on the green, that's okay, because I can always just go in and paint. I'm probably going to paint all this again anyway, but I think of mermaids as having some metallics. I don't know why. I just think of them as being gold and shiny. And paint her hair.
I found the sandy blonde.
Oh, you did?
It's not open yet. You want me to pop it open?
Oh, no.
All right.
That's all right. Thank
You're
you.
good with what you have?
Yeah. So, taking my time on this part. The rest of it was easy, but this is the smaller pieces, so it takes a little bit more concentration. And this brush actually is not perfect. I should be using even a smaller one, but that's okay. I'm just going to use this one. My hand's in the way. Oh, thanks. Vicky is like... Thank you, Vicky. All right, so this copper's is pretty. We do have a copper. DIY does have pennies from heaven. But this is really a deep, rich color. So her hair is pretty, right? Now you can really see it. Isn't she coming? She's coming alive. All right. So I have these little teeny brushes. This little teeny brush, so I can get in these really small spaces. And the hair goes right close to her face. So this little skinny brush allows me to get really close to her face. All right. Okay. Okay. Sometimes I find I've mixed dark and decrepit with pennies. Oh, you have? Oh, Randy's here. Hi, Randy. Sherry's here. You've made. Oh, hi, Sonia. So you've mixed dark and decrepit with. Oh, I should try that. That's a great idea. So, and is that you use that for hair? So, I do everything layer upon layer upon layer, but I just want to mention one thing. When I started this project, live with you guys just, a few minutes ago, I hadn't painted in really felt very creative. So I kind of went nuts doing the background, just getting the feel for, working with the paint. And it gave me a lot of texture. I used 3 different colors and I like it. It looks a little bit like water around her, so it worked out okay. But then I just want to mention that I just painted her hair with this little brush. And what I've learned is that I've always been a loose painter and just messy. And that for me has given me a lot of relaxation and contentment, get things out of your system and just be messy painter. And then you feel really good when you're done or while you're doing it. But also this is new for me, to paint little spaces, to paint tight spaces and intricate spaces. And what I've learned is that's even more relaxing because then the messiness. So creativity is really, really good for your mind, whether you paint free and crazy or even the intricate, because you're focusing on what you're doing and all that other crazy stuff that's in your brain. You can take a break from that and just focus on these little pieces and paint them. And it's just so relaxing. I don't know how I survived, seriously, without art before. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a skin color. Now, for me, skin color is just basically anything kind of light. Now, I have this metallic mixed in. So kind of like what Sonia was saying, she mixed in dark and decrepit. So I kind of like a little bit of this metallic mixed in with this pink. See what we can come up with. We put a little bit of, and then I'm going to put a little bit of white in there. Where's my white paint? Where's my white? So I have this vintage linen. I'm just going to put a dab of vintage linen in there. Just creating my own color here. Probably not enough paint. So put more white in there. What is this? I got to make sure I make enough to paint all of her skin. So we're just gonna, that little bit of metallic in there is really cool. Okay. There's some more white. Okay, so we'll try that. See how it looks. I can always add more color to it. So let's just start painting her. It almost looks purple. It almost looks lilac with that metallic, but who knows what color mermaids are. So it doesn't matter. This is all an imaginary world, and you can make them look however you want them to look. So I'm using that small brush for this intricate painting. I plan on waxing this piece when I'm done. So there's going to be a lot more going on. That looks kind of cool, right? I gotta do her face too, but I will do it after I do her arm, this crazy arm. And like I said, if I get the paint on the backboard, it's okay, because I'm gonna be painting. I'll be putting more layers of paint. All right, now I'm gonna, oops, I got a little on her hair. That's okay. Now I'm going to spray this brush because I want the paint to be really loose, really moist when I paint her face. So I'm just gonna go right in and paint over her face. All right, I got a little bit of paint. I gotta get it off. Okay. All right. So now when you see her face, can you see that? Her eyes and her nose and her mouth, there's just a little impression. Thank you, Randy. Concentrated art helps you escape for a while. We need it. Without a doubt, sister. Lots of stuff going on, huh? The world, our personal lives, business, children, health issues, just so much stuff going on. And this just helps take the world away. takes the world away. Now, this is layer 1. It's a disaster because you can see I've got the colors all in the wrong places. So I am going to, let's see, I like this brush, so I'm gonna clean this brush. I'm gonna stay on till it's done. So as people come on and off, hopefully visit me, let me know you're here, say hi. Thank you, Valerie. I just cleaned it off this brush. And I'm going to, what am I gonna do? I'm just smoothing out some of this clay. So the clay's a little wet from the paint, so I'm taking the opportunity to just smooth some of these rough spots on this clay because I did not do a great job making this mold. And like I said, she's got a big lump on her face. Hold on. I'm just gonna smooth it out with this brush. All right. There, you can see her face. All right, so now I'm gonna go back into I'm gonna use this little brush and I'm just gonna touch up. So I'm gonna get some apothecary. Oops, oh shoot, I dropped the brush. Hold on, I'll just get another one. I'm gonna get some apothecary and go over her bodice again. My paint is a little thick, so I'm gonna keep my brush. I actually can spray her down. That'll just help the paint move along a little bit easier. So I'm gonna rest my finger, probably not on her because she's still not dry, but if I need a steady hand, I just usually rest my pinky, and it keeps my hand steady for these small areas. She's going to have lots more colors added to her, guys. This is just the first layer. And now we're just touching up right now all these little white spots underneath that didn't get any paint. So you want to look at it from all angles. All right, and now I'm just going to fill in some of those spaces that didn't get any apothecary. That's the cricket whirring in the background. Hey, Christy. Hi, Christy. How are you, hon? I needed to paint mermaids today. I just needed to paint mermaids. So not paint them, but use the mermaid mold. All right, so she's got a lot of work, a lot more work to do, but I'm just going to keep going till I'm happy. This mermaid mold can go on anything. Anything. All right, so now I'm going to, whoops. Hey.
Coffee you want?
Oh, that's right. Come on in. Emma's here, you guys.
Sorry, everybody.
She's coming in to see if we want coffee. Say hi. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Hi. Coffee break.
Thank you. I have a Keurig. Just get a coffee.
But I want hummus toast too.
Hummus toast? I want hummus toast.
So good.
Where do you get hummus toast?
Duncan.
I didn't know they had. I don't want any someday though. Thank you anyway. Anybody have hummus toast from Dunkin' Donuts?
So yummy.
Thank you, Emma.
Thank you, sweetheart. I'm sorry about that.
No. Okay. My store is open. I got the doors open. Christy, you met Emma, right? You met Emma. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the bronze now. Hang on. I'm not cleaning my brush, you guys. Because I don't want to. And I'm just gonna do the same thing I did. Now I'm just going back, cleaning her up. Getting the spots. See how you can miss some spots. So just going in, make sure you look at it from all angles. Make sure she's painted. Christy's posting her mirror today. Christy's talking about my group, Nothing Love Gets Old. And we had a mirror challenge where we thrifted mirrors and upcycled them. But Christy's funny, you guys. Who know Christy? Christy went all out. Oh, you're kidding. Where? Oh, should I tell her? She waved. We should. Yep, you can see Vicky. She waved. One of these days, Vicky's gonna be pushing me out of the way to get in the camera, right, Vicky? Never. Isn't that funny? How some people like thrive on, like, I feel like if I'm in a bad mood or I'm tired or I'm not motivated, I schedule a live. I schedule a live because it wakes me up and it just gets me, I just love it. I'm a junkie. I'm a live junkie. And then other people don't like it. So I don't know what that is. I don't know why. People are everyone's different. All right. So I just did the second coat of her hair. I like the metallics on the mermaid's hair. And see how there's some paint, I missed it and got it on that green. That's okay. Because I'm gonna paint around it. All right, now I'm gonna clean off the metallic. Now the metallics don't clean up as easily as, I should have an easel. The metallics don't clean up as easily as the DIY paint, the clay-based paint. So you want to clean your brushes. You want to make sure when you use any of the metallics that you clean the brushes right away. No, we can't really see your face, Vicky. We can't see any of you now. You hid. She withdrew back into her shell like a turtle.
No, I'm looking for an easel.
Oh no, Vicky, I'm okay.
You good?
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, she's looking for an easel. All right. I'm going to put another coat on her skin. I'm going to go. See what I'm doing? It's kind of highlighting her skin a little bit with a lighter color. Whoops, I added browns. We should turn that into like a starfish or something. This is big. This is a long board. What is this, like 2 feet? Like maybe about 2 feet. I'm just highlighting some areas with a lighter color. Oh, that one's not good. Let me get some. See how I'm doing that? I don't know why, just am. And I'm noticing that I missed some bronze. So this piece right here, that's part of her hair. So I need to go back to the bronze. And I need to fill that in. And it's all the way around her neck. So all the way around here. Goes all the way. That's her hair, not her arm. I'm just going to go all the way around. And I'm going to give her some more hair on the top of her head. I'm just going to absorbing all the extra help I can get through my tongue. What does that mean? Like threading a needle. Oh, me? You going to come visit me, Christy? Yeah, that would be fantastic. Love that. Could do that. You and your hubby. Maybe we can go out to dinner. The boat will be hopefully someday soon. All right, so. Okay. So I just keep going until I'm happy. I just keep going and going and going. I'm slow. So now I've got some more bronze on her skin, so that means I got to work on her skin some more. But let's stop working on her for a moment. Before I overdo her, and let's see what else we can put on this. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. All right, so like I said, I have this rope that I also got at Dollar Tree, $1.25, and I can use this rope I'm not going to use this rope that came with this plaque. It's going to come off. So I can use this rope to hang it. In which case, I feel like I need to add some boho blue. Because that looks just like boho blue. Look at it. That's boho blue. Or I can make some rope somewhere else. I don't even know if I'm going to use the rope. But I have the rope. And I have these were at Dollar Tree. These sand dollars. And these starfish, but I also have the molds. So what should I do? I may have to wait until the surprise. Yes, I have a surprise. I've not announced it yet on this channel because I have to wait a couple more days before I can announce it. Yeah, so well, we have the seahorse. I can add, I should add a seahorse, right? You know why I want to add the seahorse? Because I'm seeing elongated, like this is long. And the seahorse is long. So I feel like the seahorse needs to go here. And the sand dollars I'm not going to use because she's in the water. I think sand dollars are on the sand. So I can't do that. But the starfish I can put, because see, that's a starfish. Maybe I can put a starfish next to it or hang one down from there. Yeah. So let's keep going. I'm going to make a starfish. I mean this. So I'm gonna lower the camera. Some shells on the bottom left-hand corner. Yeah, so I think you're right. I think I need to work more with this mold. Can you see? Work more with the mold. So we put some, I use so many brushes. Even though I'm dipping the same brush in all the different colors of paints, I still use a lot of brushes. So cornstarch. Now, this again is like the Mermaid where they're double facing, so you can put them back to back, so you can have a two-sided seahorse, but for a plaque like this, you wouldn't do a two-sided. So I think I want, so she's facing to the right. Okay, so this is weird. She's facing to the right. So I want my seahorse to face to the left, but that means I use the right facing one because it's backwards. Does that make sense? I don't know. Let's see. So this seahorse is facing to the right. All right, so I'm going to put some cornstarch in here because this one is this little piece right here in this mold sometimes is not easy to work with because it is so tiny. So put a little extra cornstarch in that area. Let's put a little extra. All right, bang it out. Okay, I don't want to use that clay that I used for the mermaid. It was a little dry. Wrap the rope on the bottom and layer shells, starfishes, etc. Yeah, the rope almost has to go, doesn't it? It's perfect. I was fun. I went in there to get a soda. And I came out with all of this stuff because that's exactly what I have been wanting to do with the mermaid, was to put her on some things you can put on your door. And I need a lot of them because I want to put them in my store. So I've got the clay. I'm just warming it up in my hand. Can you see? And I'm just sticking it. Oh, this one's much softer, much creamier. I shouldn't have all the cracking that I had on the mermaid. Oh, so much creamier. But in order to keep it that way, you got to put it back in the bag. Because it's air dry clay, so the air dries it out. So the mermaid is getting hotter as we work on other parts of the project. So that's good because I'm going to want to hit her with some waxes and more paint. She's going to be multi-dimensional with the waxes and multi-colors with all the different paints I'm going to put on. All right. All right, guys. And just like the mermaid, I'm going to roll this seahorse out of the mold. I'm going to build up that corner of the tail. I have some clay here. I'm going to build that piece that up with a lot of clay. Because if it's too skinny, it's going to break. So I'm just building that up a little bit. Just by adding a little bit more clay and then wiping it off. All right. Let's see how I did. Let's roll him out. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna roll him out. Let's see. All right, little guy. Help him out a little bit with your finger. Once you get down to the end, you want to be very careful. I push down, like this finger is pushing down here, so I'm rolling it and pushing it out, especially on that little end, just to kind of help it come out. Oh, that little end is right here. All right, see, he's coming out. He's coming. All right, I'm gonna need my little finger. He's not. All right, here he comes. Yes, he's working. It's really hard to get that piece out. All right. Come on. Well, oh, I think I got it all. I did. Whoop, whoop. I got it all. So with this mold, you really want to be mindful of that little tail, because that little tail will get you all the time. All right. So remember what I said. I chose the right facing, what's easy? Seahorse. Because when you flip him over, he's going to be left facing. I wanted him to be left facing. So let's get him. Hopefully I don't break his tail now. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip him over on my hand. See? I got the whole tail. I don't always get the whole tail. I'm going to put some glue. I'm going to put some glue on him. Like I said, if you can wait and glue things on the next day, that makes life a lot easy. But if you're impatient like me, wait a couple of hours or do it right away. But you just have to work very gingerly with them. All right, now I'm just going to put him wherever he lands, you guys, because I don't want to manhandle him too much. So wherever he lands, whoa, is where he's going. All right. Okay, there he is. I don't know if I like him that crooked. I should have made him straighter. Thanks for the hearts. It's so my brand. What is the mermaids or the messy? I think I'm messy. All right. So I don't like the evenness of the angles. That's the stuff that bugs me. Like when I talk about shabby chic and messy and all of that, these being on the same pane like that is not good for me. So I either have to make a bunch of messy stuff around it or I have to move this guy. And like I said, if I move him, I might destroy him, but I have to move him. I'm going to move him. A palette knife? Look at the mess. Oh, you can't see. Look at my desk. My desk, my table. See that? What a mess. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love this thing. Thank you. This is like an egg turner. So I'm going to try to move him because I don't like the way he is right now. It's not that he's stuck, it's that I just don't want to break him. So I loosened that up. Now I'm going to go loosen up the bottom. That very, that tail that could easily break. Let's try to keep it. So
Can you leave that and just push the rest of the body over?
yeah. I'm just gonna lift him up. There he is. Little baby. And I'm just gonna put him get this tail, rearrange his tail. Well, his tail doesn't look as perfect as it did before, but it's still fine. So, I don't know. I'm leaving it. I can't change it again. I think that's fine, because then once we start adding more things, this is when a tweezer sometimes can work when you're doing intricate things like this with your mold. Tweezers sometimes help also. So I'm just going to press him in. And I'm just using the end of this to get rid of some of that extra clay. And that's where he's staying, guys. That's the creator. You could always put another seahorse. That's true. I can do the other one. Yeah, maybe I should have just done that. All right, so I'm going to give that seahorse a break. Now, see the mermaid? You see the white on her? All right, I think what I would like to do now is, I don't want to do too much stuff. Like I'm spilling Coca-Cola. Okay. This thing right here. All right. This thing. This thing. This thing. Do you think that looks good on here? I don't know. I think I like it there too. Kind of like they're trying to catch her. That's not very nice, but all right, I think what I want to do now. All right, so definitely we'll be adding some seashells. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be adding a bunch. I think what I'm going to do. Okay, so now when we're talking about that, the pain and the sway or whatever, I'm going to do a bunch of seashells, kind of like I did on my mirror, where I put all the shells, all the flowers on top of each other. I might do a bunch of seashells going this way, going that way, to kind of finish this flow. And as far as words, I don't know. I just looked like my grandmother when I did that. I could write something here, welcome, or I don't know. I have to look up mermaid sayings for welcome. So I think I will go now, because that'll be boring. I'm just gonna make a bunch of shells and add them, but I like the way, I like the texture. But it's gonna need another coat. So I'll just paint over, make sure this texture stays. Maybe I can even make some more texture. So this thing is gonna be full of stuff, and maybe that adds to the weight of it, because earlier I said when I purchased this board, it's really thin, and it's kind of not flimsy because it doesn't bend or anything, but when I sell things in my store, I want them to feel like, like sturdy and good quality. So I was going to put 2 of these back to back just to thicken this board up a little bit. But the weight of the clay is already adding to the quality of this. So maybe I won't have to add another board behind it. So I will keep working on this, and I will post a picture when it's done, or maybe I'll come back on live when I'm ready to wax it. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it being here on my Welcome to Shavolot group page. I think that's where I am. And have a great night, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Thank you.